Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Envelope podcast. I'm your host, Eugene Crypto MC, and you might have heard about the Envelope NIFTSY IDO upcoming in October 21st. And that's why today I am having both co-founders as my guests on the podcast. Congratulations. These are Alexander Shedogubov, co-founder and CEO of Envelope NIFTSY. Alexander, glad to have you on.
Yeah, fine, thanks. Working hard now.
Alex Kuzin is the co-founder and CBDO of Envelope NIFTSY. Sasha, glad to have you on my show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So, guys, I prefer to start with the personal story in crypto for all my speakers. Let's start with you. Your personal story in crypto. How did you get there and why? Alexander Shedogubov.
So I got in crypto in 2017. It came through my first startup. It was connected with wearable IoT devices and my previous working customers. So I connected these two features and created a project about blockchain and IoT for logistics. So it was my first steps, and then I developed into this space, and now we came to the project like Envelope. I think it's the top one.
Excellent short story. Alexander Kuzin, your story. How did you get into the crypto and why?
Yeah, the first time I touched the blockchain technology in 2014 when I was involved in a payment project. And at that time, I was not deeply went inside this technology, but in 2016, in 2 years, we started with the guys our Envelope cross-chain network project, and delivered distributed Dropbox technology.
Alex, I should mention you maybe have to say even, say Envelope.
Sorry, it was even, yeah, really, even network, cross-chain network.
Well, getting into the crypto doesn't mean, or inevitable mean getting into NFT space. So my next question is, how did you get your first exposure with NFTs, and how do you explain what the hell is NFT, especially for non-crypto people? Alexander Shedogubov, let's start with you.
So we got it into 2020. We saw a big coming up trend. So it was real skyrocketing during winter, and also as we went through bear market, we understood what it will lead to, and so that's why we are giving hedging tools. As for my personal touch, it was firstly about some pictures, but after that, we saw big potential about rights of ownership and liquidity transfer tool and many others we're going to implement in our product later.
Excellent. Sasha Kuzin, how did you get your first exposure with NFTs, and how do you explain for non-crypto newbies what the hell is an NFT?
The first time I faced with NFT, it was the CryptoKitties. It was interesting for me what is the difference. And during the even cross-chain network, we created different technology with the cross-chain transactions. And 1 year ago, in 2020, we tried to find the solution via wrapped NFT to proceed cross-chain transactions. When you in one transaction you can make transfer of several digital assets at once.
Well, guys, and a third question coming for both of you regarding how do you see the potential use cases of NFT, because non-fungible token is quite unique technology. Almost anything theoretically would exist in the unique thing in the world, in the digital or physical world, may be represented and will be represented. I'm super confident in that in NFT form. So how do you see the potential use cases of NFT, Alexander Shedogubov?
So now we see and implemented like royalty distribution mechanisms, about the mechanism to replenish inner value inside our wrapped NFTs. If you say about long-term visions, we are forwarding straight to secure decentralized derivatives. It's our core aim for several 1 or 2 years, and we think that even if we take just 1% or 0.5% of this market, it will be great for our project.
Alexander Kuzin, how do you see your vision of the potential use cases of NFT as a technology?
I fully agreed with Alex. It's a very huge potential of this technology. If we're talking more closely to the use cases, it covered a huge number of the fields, from digital assets market to music, AR, VR, sports, cyber sports, and so on. It's very big number of use cases.
Alexander Shedogubov, you started ENVELOP NIFTSY via exploring the main problems and diseases and pains of NFT market participants. How do you explain, how do you may describe what are the main problems, pains, diseases, or challenges for NFT market participants now?
At my point of view, the main problem is evaluation and devaluation of NFTs, because it's hard because there is no trading history or understanding how to estimate assets. So we offer our protocol and our thing that we named collateral, which can be composed inside NFT and grow on every transaction made, and thus to form a kind of floor price or hedging deposit inside NFT, and it can be used as a basis to form the price. And thus users will have certain numbers to understand the economics of NFT and its future growth. And we'll have a kind of hedging tool, for example, when they buy on a hype of the market on the top prices, in any case they will drop to zero. So it's the main problem, and maybe Alex can say more about royalties and liquidity problems.
Well, here I want to ask you, how did the idea of ENVELOP NIFTSY come, and how to explain, first you then, Alex Kuzin, how do you find what is NIFTSY ENVELOP? What's the main function, role, the main goal of that project?
When we decided with the guys to study deeply this technology, we found that the market coming to the hype, and we found that the number of transactions decrease and number of smart contracts, ERC 721, increases. So, and we thought that it would be interesting to have technology to make some insure for the buyers to get some floor price. And as that moment, we try to estimate how it could work and how the creators could receive their royalties within each transaction, not just only on marketplace, but also on on-chain. And step by step, we crystallized our concept. We verified it within the CASDEV, where we negotiated with a huge number of creators, traders, and so on. Maybe Alex can something else to add.
Excellent. So yes, about the idea of NIFTSY ENVELOP.
So Alex said the main idea, and also we wanted to give useful tools for non-tech guys who can even just Alex named the creators to use it to form their own smart NFTs. We can name it to build its economics, to set up royalties for them, and to guarantee for them these royalties for several years, for example, what they choose. And this is also will help with liquidity issues with NFTs, because NFTs with such additional values and distributions, we think will be more desirable on the market, and we've been confirmed it by traders. Also, we had customer development on one side on creators, on other side by traders and collectors of NFTs.
Well, Alexander Kuzin, the first look on the name of the project shows that it contains of two words, ENVELOP first and NIFTSY the second. How do you explain what is the difference between NIFTSY and ENVELOP?
The first name of the project was NIFTSY. We tried to find something interesting word close to the NFT, but in a few months we understood that in the search engines like Google and others, our page wouldn't found in case somebody put NIFTSY, and a huge number of similar named projects was appeared, and we decided to make another the name, to make rebranding to ENVELOP, and it was a big discussion and long discussion within our team, but one morning our CTO offered just to use ENVELOP because he explained to our technical team how our protocol works, and he often used this example.
Yeah, very bright and clear analogy. If you wrap or you envelop, like you envelop letter written on paper. So
and now NIFTSY, we state the name of the token is NIFTSY for now, and the project total is envelop.
Excellent, excellent. So three main components always are talked about: the Oracle, index, and the token. I would love you to ask you about the three of that components. So, Alexander Shedogubov, what is the Oracle, and what is the role of the Oracle in the project?
So the Oracle will be the tool which will help our users. It can be B2C or B2B users to get a scoring for any assets to make it automatically. So we built our own scoring model. Now it's based on the key mechanics. So we think that after we overcome 1 or 2 million users, we can open this model, but at first steps it will be closed for public, not to get violated by any kind of scammers. So this tool will help, especially when we create such composed NFTs, and inside of them there will be multiple assets, and it will take time to estimate, write them. And also in future releases, we plan to add NFTs inside other NFTs, so it will become the case of multi-wrapping. So it will be a real hard task for a person to estimate actually these assets. So this tool will help them. And for B2B market, of course, it's a good one as well. For example, for some trading platforms, marketplaces, to give automated scorings for NFTs which they sell to their public. So I think it will also be kind of good feature for user experience.
Got it. When we deal with markets of perspective of NFTs, we deal with prices, and when we deal with prices of many objects, we deal with index. I have answered that question. What is the index role? Alexander Kuzin, what is the index and what is the role in the project?
Yeah, the index is a composed wrapped NFT which contain different tokens as like cross-chain, when you make one transaction inside which you make transfer of different digital assets. So you can put different tokens related to the different projects, related to the different markets in one transaction, and make it like your own index. For example, we have some ideas and already started few projects related to the index with our partners who add inside wrapped NFTs the partnership tokens of the event organizers. And we can easy to say that it is an index of the very exact event organizer, for example.
Gotcha. And now we've already come to the token. Alexander Shedogubov, what is the token our listeners should buy an IDO, upcoming IDO? What's the role of the token?
So our token will be used to compose all three parts, like protocol, Oracle, and index in one. So in protocol, our token can be used, for example, to put inside collateral to be paid for royalties. And if we say about Oracle, it will serve like a utility to give access to final scoring, because if we say about free model, we can give just data and people should analyze by themselves, but using our token, they can get this data analyzed. And if we say about index, token will be used to be a kind of payment for creating such indexes. And if we go more deeply into our economic model, token will be used to get incomes from DAOs, which with our model based on micro-DAO principle. So user, the holder of tokens, can choose what sector he wants to to come in, and then he stakes his tokens. He will share the spends on this case, and of course he will get incomes from it, because on B2B market we work on revenue sharing model when we integrate into projects, and the user can, for example, select where he wants to invest in marketplaces, gamify, or just trading platforms, for example, for composed NFTs, or just he wants to choose just one game, for example, F1 Delta or any other one. And
excellent. Now I understand more about the components of the envelope NIFTSY. One of the big victory in the short envelope NIFTSY history is that big names in the industry, I mean, Polygon and Rarible, they got interested in NIFTSY's collaboration. So, Alexander Shedogubov, why did Polygon and Rarible get interested in NIFTSY? How do you explain that?
I think because we offered something new to the market when there were just only pictures and they pixels creatures on the market. We offered a concept of next step of dynamic NFTs, mainly based on economics, and we doesn't intend to make new formats. We work with existing formats like 721 and 1155, but enriching them with new functionalities by wrapping. And also, I should say that these are not the only big names we have on board of our project. On Thursday or Friday, we'll also have a big announcement. I mean, 21st or 22nd October. There's one big deal was closed this morning due to Alex Kuzin. He released it from June. So now we are really happy to close it.
So congratulations, my friends, for these big partnerships. So generally, Envelop or NIFTSY provides a general solution for any NFT creator. It lets to create a wrapped NFT, I would say the predictable NFT with predictable prices. That's the main goal. So Alexander Kuzin, how do you see the potential users or target audiences or projects who will be using the Envelop solution? Who are they and why should they use NIFTSY for their own goals?
It's a very big number of potential users and partners who can use Envelop solutions. For example, today we make the announcement of our partnership with NFT Stars. That would be the first NFT marketplace in the world who will provide the users with the opportunity and with functionality to wrap their original one NFTs to powered by Envelop and put inside the conditions to get royalties, on-chain royalties, not just on this marketplace, but also on from any transactions. Also, different launchpads can use our technology. For example, yesterday we started our test launchpad to show the community how the token sale could be hosted by the wrapped NFTs when the project can set up the time blocks for its tokens and be sure that he has not any problems in the future in the point of damping of pumping token or listing on DEX because it's closed and can be used for these bad purposes. And a lot of cases, it's just the first one. Also games for sure, when we can use wrapping technology to add additional value for the simple NFTs and add them economic functionality. So maybe Alex can add something more.
Alex would like to add something about the potential clients, projects, the target audiences who will be using NIFTSY and Envelop in the future.
If you say about B2C market, of course, it's creators, it's collectors of NFTs who want to give a kind of renewed NFTs. For example, he got simple NFT, he wants to charge it and have more popularity with collectors or traders on the market. If you say about, as Alex said, B2B segment, of course, it's obvious about marketplaces, games. About games, we see a real big potential, especially in rental mechanics, non-pledge rental, I mean, and distribution of awards inside games, which will big task now on the market. We've been confirmed by several partners, so we are working on it. And the secondary market will be a real big thing in nearest month.
Get it. I've got my idea. So Alexander Shedogubov, where's Envelop NIFTSY on its roadmap right now?
Now we are closer to beta of our protocol, and closer to winter we'll release alpha of Oracle. So we're just moving up to the plan, even a bit faster than we planned actually. And if we say about Index, we plan to launch first version of Index during the summer 2022.
Well, don't stop, please. Perhaps the most important questions of today's podcast is when the IDO of Envelop NIFTSY, and what are the core details about IDO any participants, all of our listeners and watchers should know about IDO of Envelop NIFTSY?
So IDO will be held on 21st October. It's will be held on ScaleSwap. There will be sold first amount of tokens. We'll hold it around 12 p.m. UTC. Then we'll also have IO on gate.io also around this time. Then ZB.com also will have IO of NIFTSY token, and on IEX.com there will be ILO for the users of this platform. And afterwards, as we finish IDOs and IOs, it's about 2 p.m. UTC. I actually don't remember. So to be certain, it will be 8 p.m. Beijing time. The trades will start on Gate.io simultaneously, ZB.com and IX. Also, there will be some liquidity decentralized pools, but main liquidity we plan to launch on Gate and ZB.
Yeah, and finally, Alexander, is there any chances to participate in IDO for those who know about that, and how to participate in the IDO?
About IDO, just need to go to ScaleSwap and take pass KYC firstly, then whitelist there, and
Alex, I have to say that a few hours ago, the whitelisting for both pools on ScaleSwap was closed. So for now, it should be better to mark about the sex.
So then just try luck on Gate, ZB, and IX about the distribution models, and after it's released on the exchanges, so also there's good opportunity. I think there surely will be.
Excellent, guys. So, dear listeners and watchers, if you did get all the details, please join the Telegram channel of the Envelop NIFTSY. The link is below, and ask all the questions and participate in either if you didn't pass all the steps to that audio before this episode. So, Alexander Kuzin, the question as an investor, what are the reasons to buy and hold the NIFTSY token for the relatively long term? May you explain for investors?
Yeah, for sure. The business strategy of Envelop project based on the partnerships. And as you can see, we try to grow up the number of these partnerships for the all time of existing our project. Now we have some of them already in the process, and we plan increase this number a lot in 1 year. So the value of NIFTSY token inside Envelop projects will grow as the number of the partnerships and using the Envelop technology will grow.
Excellent. Alex Shedogubov, would you like to add something for the reasons why should investors buy and hold NIFTSY token for a relatively long term?
I should add to what Alex said, that due to our sticking 2.0 model, holders of tokens will also have good opportunities to get shared income from from Envelop DAO, especially as I mentioned on the current sector or current project. And in long term, due to bigger demand on the tokens, and less supply, so it will be harder to buy them on the market and spend more than you can afford now.
Well, guys, the IDO is the short and bright episode in history, and congratulations with the IDO. That's the great milestone. So, but regarding the life after IDO, Alexander Kuzin, what is going to be after IDO? I mean, listing, exchanges, so on and so forth, trading on the token, and so on and so forth. Explain us.
For our team, it will be a lot of work, but sure, yeah, the token will be listed, and we hope it will be tradable and interesting for the holders, not just to trade, but also to hold and stake. I don't know what.
But I forgot to say that after IDO also we'll announce about staking model of
yeah.
And this is going to be the further question: is staking or even burning model supposed to be in the envelop NIFTSY? Alexander,
burning not, but staking, yes. After IDO it will be announced.
Excellent. So, Alexander Kuzin, how many projects have already embraced or integrated envelop, or have confirmed that they are going to do this in the future?
For the current moment, first we have a team of BizDev of 2 guys, me and Dmitry, and it take a lot of resources of the IDO. So for the current moment, we have the pipeline up to 40 projects with which we are discuss the partnership, and around 15 already confirmed the partnership, and we started the implementation up to 4, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to ask in every interview of the co-founders, is envelop NIFTSY hiring staff now? And if yes, whom do you need, guys?
Before the IDO, there is no hiring, but actually we'll need, of course, community managers as well, big, good ones. And as for, I see it's a pain for many blockchain projects and other projects. We are also searching for a skillful CMO or other marketing guys to work with us for long term. And of course, for development team, we are also expanding because we plan to move to Flow blockchain, Solana chain, Atom, and Polkadot. So we are also will be in search for these guys who's coding on these chains.
Excellent. So guys, if you are the CMO, if you are blockchain agnostic, let's pay attention on envelop NIFTSY. They are building a top tier solution for NFT market, for make NFT markets more predictable. That's a great mission, and join envelop NIFTSY mission if you feel that is your mission too. You share this mission. So guys, we've already come to the end, to the finish. I would love to ask you, please make all the statements, any call to actions, any predictions, anything you want to finish our podcast to our listeners and viewers, to the community of envelop, which have been grown for very good numbers. More than 50,000 people are only in an English speaking Telegram chat. That's crazy amount. You've done a lot of jobs. So Alexander Kuzin, CBDO and co-founder, your call to actions, your statements finally.
I should say that my call to action is to consider the NFT more deeply as a economic inside one digital asset for the community, to consider this idea and go deeply with our technology.
Excellent. Alexander Shedogubov, the co-founder and CEO of envelop NIFTSY, your final statements and call to actions for our listeners.
So I would like to invite everybody watching this video to our community to take active part in it, because we got a bounty campaign, bug bounty campaign, and also as we are DAO, we also listen to our community and want to develop it through real DAO principles, not just written on the paper, but actual ones. So that's why we create our economy voting system. So join and give your offers, ideas, So it will be really useful for us because now the current community members really benefited great into our development process and business development and partnerships.
Well, guys, you are awesome. I'm very proud to support Envelop NIFTSY, to be the part of the media coverage, to be the host of the Envelop NIFTSY podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are considering yourself the part of the NFT fans, the part of the DAO community, if you are not already the part of the NIFTSY community, please join. All the links, necessary links are written in the descriptions below. Participate in the IDO and continue to follow NIFTSY and ENVELOP. These guys have been creating a great, excellent, and professional thing to make NFT markets more predictable. Thank you very much for listening and watching. This has been a fascinating, super educational talk for all the NIFTSY community. You were watching the Envelop NIFTSY podcast. It is supported by the DAO Envelop and the NIFTSY protocol. Please like, share, comment, subscribe on the channel. Hit the bell button for not missing the future episodes. Alex Shedogubov, the co-founder and CEO of Envelop NIFTSY, Alex Kuzin, the co-founder and CBDO of Envelop NIFTSY, and me, Eugene Crypto MC, the host of the Envelop NIFTSY podcast. We're with you. Thank you for watching and listening, and see you in the next episodes. We're live, and we are going to be live for years. Maybe not forever, but for years.
Sure.
Exactly. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.